Never try to ask for directions in Antarctica, not even to a little kid, because their fighting power might explode. Although it's not the first time Leo has been beaten, it's the first time he's been beaten for asking directions, and the other party is only a few months old. As a newbie among the Adelie penguins, what Leo needs to do at the moment is find his own flock as soon as possible and end his single life. When all the Adelie penguins have arrived at their breeding grounds, Leo is still wandering around here. After accidentally entering a penguin colony, and after several inquiries, he still found his own team again. As a latecomer, Leo must hurry up. He must build his love nest in the shortest possible time. And the first step is to collect stones of suitable size as much as possible. In addition to that, he also needs to beware of his neighbors, because the other party is likely to be a ruthless mover. In order to catch up with the progress, Leo doesn't dare to rest for a moment, just wants to complete his nest. Before the female penguins arrive, soon Leo's love nest already has a preliminary shape. But he doesn't know his neighbor is secretly moving stones. Although Leo is not very smart, he can still count. He swears that there are fewer stones in his nest. Next, Leo carefully counted his belongings, then continued to devote himself to work. The neighbor came to steal again. Fuck. Even if Leo is so careful, but there are too many neighbors moving stones around. Fuck, there's another one. These bastards. The neighbors have hands and feet but only know how to move stones. Fortunately, Leo won't bother with them. About a few weeks later, female penguins began to arrive, one after another, and Leo's love nest has taken shape. Male penguins began to send out enthusiastic invitations. And at this time, Leo also started his courtship. After most penguins have found their mates, Leo, who doesn't have much dating experience, is still ignored. It seems Leo is still too young. His love nest is still not visited. Maybe he'll have a chance next year. Wait a minute, a female seems to have taken a fancy to him. That's how fate is. When you are desperately searching for it, it is always elusive. Fate comes again. Like Leo, Bella is also a newly adult female penguin. These two young souls begin to get to know each other here and make eternal vows. Through this way, Leo and Bella will be in the long days to come. Rely on each other. Since having a partner, Leo has also become busy. He is still building this love nest. And at this time, he no longer has to worry about the neighbors who are moving stones, because Bella will help him guard this family business. In fact, Leo is indeed a reliable spouse. Except that he's not very smart. He still has some advantages. A few weeks later, Bella laid to eggs. And at this time, the short summer in Antarctica has also arrived. Leo and Bella's sweet world is coming to an end. After the eggs hatch, they also began to become more busy. As a new dad, Leo is a little nervous, but he must know how to incubate and all kinds of things about raising offspring. Fortunately, Bella will share all of this with him. They take turns feeding their children. A few days later, Leo's second child also successfully hatched. Compared to other little penguins, Leo's two children hatched much later. Leo and Bella must do it before winter comes. Raise these two little guys successfully. They don't have much time left before the coast begins to freeze. If the chicks don't increase their weight more than 4 times, then it will be difficult for their children to survive the first year. Leo needs to speed up the feeding. Going back and forth between the nest and the sea every day, children are waiting for their father's feeding. It seems that even after becoming a father, Leo's brain hasn't become much smarter. Although Leo's brain is still a bit slow, but he is still a very competent father. A few weeks later, the two children are big enough. At this time, Bella and Leo can go out foraging together. Facing the increasingly robust future of the two children, the time they spend with their children is also getting shorter and shorter. Every feeding has become their short time together and playtime. Without parental care, this group of penguin chicks will gather together to avoid the threat of other birds. Skua will choose those smaller and weaker penguin chicks. And here, Leo's two children became the target of predation. A skua has set its sights on the two of them, and Leo's youngest child became the target of skua predation. Leo, who had just rushed back, saw what happened. He rushed over quickly. "Get away, don't touch my child. If you want to eat, go eat your own child." Next, Leo comforted his two children. A few weeks later, autumn in Antarctica is here. The little penguins are also starting to molt. And at this time, it is also the most abundant time for Adelie penguins to shape. In the blink of an eye, autumn goes and winter comes. All the chicks become as strong as their parents. They are also about to usher in their independent moment. Before the coast freezes, the penguin parents will take the little penguins to learn how to survive in the sea. The little penguins must learn during this time, master the skill of swimming freely in the sea. Although the waves are surging, this is the best time to learn. Once the coast freezes, then the little penguins will face a more dangerous situation. A few weeks later, the Antarctic continent began to freeze, and at this time, it seems very peaceful here on the surface, but under the coast is full of crises. Leopard seals are roaming here. Several seals can prey on hundreds of penguin chicks in one day. How to avoid the pursuit of natural enemies? Leo knows this is his child growing up, the step that must be taken. He began to guide his children to a safe area. Little do they know that the seals under the water are closely watching their family. Leo and Bella stood on the ambush point not far away, calling their children. Although there is danger lurking below, but the insecure little guy still chooses to stay with his parents. They began to cross the ambush point. The seal locked onto this little guy behind, and then chased after it. A chick boarded a relatively solid ice floe, but the other one was not so lucky. The seal chased after it and bit it in one bite. Leo and Bella witnessed all this, but there was nothing they could do, can only watch helplessly. So far, the only way for the little guy to escape is to play dead, maintain a stiff and motionless state. This can make the seal lose interest in predation. After fiddling for a while, the seal finally determined that the other party was indeed dead and finally gave up, and the little guy successfully escaped. Next, Leo and Bella will guide their children all the way north into the open waters of the Southern Ocean to spend the upcoming winter. When their two children completely master the ability to survive, Leo and Bella will also end their relationship. As a new generation of father, Leo has done a great job. He started from scratch and had a good partner, and also raised a healthy cubs. As for Leo and Bella, if they are destined, they may still become husband and wife next spring.